Hi everyone. In this video, we are continuing with error. Here we'll look at standard error. Now, standard error, this is another way of calculating error, but different from the absolute error. So, just like we have mean deviation and standard deviation, what you will notice is that their values are somewhat close, when you do them. Now, here we see that if y equal to a plus or minus b, then the y squared equal to dA squared plus dB squared. That means in this case now, just like in relative error, absolute error, we say that dy is equal to dA plus dB. But now in standard error, we will square all. That means this squared, you square this, and you also square this, okay? So the standard error is looking like the relative error, except that there is, you have to square all the values. Look at for y, if y equal to, look for product. If y equal to ab or a over b, then dy over y all squared is equal to d over a all squared plus db over d all squared. That means square all the relative errors. Then finally, if y equal to a raised to power n, then dy over y all squared is equal to n dA over a all squared, okay? So here we are going to use just one example to explain this. And we see this, given a to be equal to 2 plus or minus 0.1, b equal to 5 plus or minus 0.15, find the standard error of ab squared. Now, standard error, remember. So I will start by saying let y be equal to ab squared. Let y be equal to ab squared, ab squared, okay? So that means because they are multiplying, we can say that dy over y is equal to dA over a plus 2 dB over b, okay? Now, but since here 2 dB over b, okay? Now, but if it was absolute error, this is what we would have used to solve. But now this is standard error. That means we'll square each of them. We're going to square each of them, okay? So we'll square each of them. Now, substituting the values, we are going to have dA over a means 0.1 divided by 2 all squared, okay, plus 2 times dB over b. That means 2 times 0.15 all over 5, okay? And of course, we are squaring it squared. Now, if we use our calculator, we are going to have 0.1 divided by 2 all squared, then plus, I'm using a calculator here. We have 2 times 0.15 divided by 5, then all squared, okay? So we are getting 0.6.1 times 10 to the power minus 3, okay? So we can permit me to rub it off. So that means the whole of this now is 6 times 10 to the power 6.1 times 10 to the power minus 3, okay? So dy over y now over y will now be the square root of 6.1 times 10 to the power minus 3, and that will give us 0.0678. So this is 0.078. So that means, or 781. So that means my standard error now will be dy, which is equal to y times 0.781. Now we need to calculate y. Let's find what y is. Remember, we said that y is equal to ab squared, okay, So our A is 2, our B is 5, so 2 times 5 squared, that will give us 2 times 5 squared is 50. So that means, therefore, our dy now is equal to 50 times 0.078, sorry, 0.078 multiplied by 50. Okay, that is giving us 3.9. So that means the error in AB squared is 3.9. Okay, so that is it for standard error. Thank you.